The 1920s, a time of jazz, hope, and wild ambition. America was rich, or at least pretending to be. Factories were booming, wages were up, and stocks, they were climbing like rockets. Everyone, from big bankers to your local shoe shiner, believed one thing: this will never end.
So you're telling me I just buy random company names and I get rich? Sounds easy enough.
That's what everyone thought, Sticks. Even people who had no idea what dividends meant were borrowing money to invest. It was called buying on margin. Pay 10%, borrow the rest, and pray. Banks like National City Bank and brokers across Wall Street lent billions to feed this frenzy. And politicians cheered them on. President Calvin Coolidge himself declared, "The business of America is business." But by 1929, business was about to meet reality. Factories were slowing, farms were struggling, debt was ballooning. Still, nobody wanted to hear the truth.
What's the worst that could happen?
You're about to find out. It started quietly. On October 24th, 1929, Black Thursday, the market trembled. Investors panicked. Prices fell faster than anyone expected. Crowd noises, yelling, chaos. Within hours, 12.9 million shares were traded. The biggest day in U.S. history. Banks tried to stop it. J.P. Morgan & Co. gathered powerful bankers to pour millions into the market. For a moment, it worked. Stocks stabilized. People breathed again.
Phew, that was close. Guess we're fine now.
Black Monday, October 28, 1929. The market collapsed, again and harder. The next day, Black Tuesday, over 16 million shares traded. Fortunes vanished. Lives were destroyed. By the end of that week, $30 billion in wealth had evaporated. More than the entire U.S. federal budget.
Wait, people just lost billions in a few days.
Yes, Sticks, and nobody was coming to save them. What followed wasn't just a crash, it was a collapse of faith. By 1930, thousands of banks had failed. People rushed to withdraw their savings. And when banks ran out of cash, millions lost everything overnight. Factories shut down. Farm prices collapsed by more than half. Unemployment soared to 25%. 1 in 4 Americans without work.
I had a job, I had plans. Now I'm just trying to eat.
Even those who kept jobs saw wages slashed. In cities, families sold furniture to buy food. In rural America, the Dust Bowl turned farms into deserts. Imagine, you lose your home to the bank, your crops to the wind, and your hope to the headlines.
So, any refund policy for the Roaring '20s?
That was the Great Depression. If only, Sticks, if only. In 1933, America hit rock bottom. Banks gone, factories silent, millions starving. And then came a new voice. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the man who told America, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." Roosevelt launched the New Deal, a radical experiment to rebuild confidence. He shut down banks temporarily to inspect them. He created jobs through agencies like the CCC and WPA, built roads, schools, dams, and most importantly, restored hope.
Finally, we're in work that actually pays.
The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, was created to regulate Wall Street. Social Security was born to protect the vulnerable. For the first time, government wasn't the villain. It was the safety net. But make no mistake, the scars were deep. It would take World War II to finally end the Depression entirely. The Great Depression wasn't just about money. It was about mindset. A generation learned that when greed blinds reason, collapse follows.
So, if people back then got burned by debt, hype, and easy money, why do we keep doing it?
Because history whispers, and we keep scrolling. Today's bubbles may look different. Crypto, housing, tech stocks, but the psychology is the same. Fear and greed, the same forces that broke the world once, are always waiting for a second chance. The Great Depression taught us one thing. Without balance, wealth becomes an illusion.
Guess it's not just about having money. It's about keeping your sanity, too.
Exactly, Sticks. This is Finance in Sticks, where we connect the past to understand the money mistakes of the present. See you in the next one.